Alright, sige guys. Um,
Are we going to start na? Or, Nikki, baka gusto mo i-share kung nasan ka ngayon para medyo light lang ang banding natin tonight.
okay, sige.
Ano ba ginagawa ng isang profitable trader ngayong Friday?
So, I wanna say, buonasera to you guys. So I'm in Italy right now. So I've been here for 2 weeks already. I went last week, so yeah. But I'll be back in the Philippines soon. So, yan, and
See you
you'll
soon.
with the help of our trading, 'di ba? We're able to somewhat make ipon a little bit tapos yun. Have some good holidays as well. Stress-free sometimes pero stressful pa din ang trading, of course. Alam natin 'yan, no? It's not always a winning game. There's also the losing part. So, ayan, let's start.
Pero yun yan, let's go.
Yes. Okay. So, most traders kasi they focus on entries and strategy. So profitable traders actually and of course successful IBs focus on structure, discipline and sustainability. So actually this is two things that I want to discuss. So profitable traders and successful IBs are two different things pero in essence basically they still follow structure, discipline at saka sustainability. So bakit, 'di ba? If trader ka, kailangan mo ng siyempre ng structure and discipline. Hindi ka pwede palagi, you're doing your own techniques, ganyan, or you're doing your own thing, 'di ba? Kasi if walang gano'n, magiging gambling na 'yon. Same with with successful IBs as well. As to become an IB, familiar ba kayo kung ano yung IB? Yes? No? Let's make this interactive, guys. I see your comments naman eh. So, yan, yes, 'di ba? So, traders or traders and IB is a different type of business which will also introduce to you that on that later on. So these two things, they need structure and discipline so that meron tayong fina-follow na guidelines for ourselves so that will be more sustainable as well. So this session, this seminar that we will be doing, we will talk about unspoken habits behind the consistent trading and long-term affiliate growth. So I'm not sure if people here are newbies ba or parang may experience na. Sinong newbies dito and sino yung experience na? Ayan, guys. Comment lang kayo. May newbies ba dito or lahat newbies? Ganyan. Or may experience na somehow. Huwag kayong mahiya, by the way. Okay, walang sumagot. So, baka newbies. Two. Anong two? Wala akong sinabing one or two, ha? Ayan, yes. Perfect. So, what we'll cover for today? Ayan, experience na si John. Great, great. So, I guess for John, this session will be more of a reminder to ourselves and I guess as an experienced trader as well, some of these things parang I know these things pero sometimes it's hard to break it into, something useful in our daily lives kasi sometimes we forget it, 'di ba? So what we'll cover for today, myths versus reality in trading for IB growth and habits of a profitable traders and IBs to IBs avoid. Structure, risk, and discipline, emotional control, and routines. And of course, practical takeaways that you can apply immediately as a trader or a future IB. So, before we start, who here is yung traders na matagal? I know si John, trader, Ricardo, newbie trader perhaps, or probably a future IB as well. So, these are two things that you can explore on when you start your world in Forex. And I'll take you rin through the journey that I went through and new experiences that I've learned throughout the years of, being in this Forex industry. So, number one, trading myths versus reality. So, bago tayo magsimula, ano ba yung mga maling akala or kahit sabihin natin mga akala natin when we started trading or before we started trading? Bakit ba tayo nagsimula mag-trading? Anyone? Sino? Sinabi lang ng friend nila siguro na, "Oh, okay 'tong trading na 'to," or nakita nila sa TikTok or nakita nila sa Instagram na, "Oh, ano na na okay pala 'tong trading kasi phone lang gamit mo tapos okay ka na," 'di ba? So, feeling ko gano'n, eh, or sabihin nila na ano, na may time ka ganyan para to do more stuff. So, or kahit yeah, nice. So yun, we usually think that more trades, 'di ba, more profit and the perfect strategy guarantees success. Is that true? No. Signals remove emotional mistakes. Is that even true? So these are some of the myths that we think uh we we thought that it's true. Pero hindi naman pala, 'di ba? So trading more doesn't really necessarily mean you profit more and sometimes it destroys your account, 'di ba? Perfect strategy doesn't mean you're guaranteed the success. And as a trader, we should always put into our minds that even though we have a strategy, 99% of the time it will fail because there are so many market conditions that's happening in the world and a lot of it are economically affected as well. So we'll delve into that further on, and if you have questions then I'm happy to answer that later. But yeah, even though that you may strategy tayo, pwede pa din tong matalo. So keep that in mind palagi. Signals removes emotional stress. Um, no, it does not. It just aids you, pero it doesn't give you yung success rate that we're wanting, 'di ba? So, why strategies alone fail? So, they're missing pieces perhaps, strategies without rules and chaos. So, have you guys ever encountered may strategy kayo pero yung sarili niyong rule hindi niyo ma-follow? For example, Elaine, ayan, sige, we'll keep the questions. Chester can note on the questions and then we'll go through that later on. Thanks, Elaine, for your questions. Ayan, strategy without rules equals chaos. So sometimes when we start trading, right, we would set like, oh, ito yung time ko that I will trade. Pero sometimes nate-tempt tayo mag-trade beyond the time, 'di ba? Pag nakita natin ay parang quality setup 'to. So wala na. Break mo na yung sarili mong rule. So chaotic na siya. No plan for losing streaks or slow growth periods. So, um, my rule for losing streaks, honestly, is that for a day, if I have three na pangit na trades na, I stop trading na para I don't overtrade. Kasi beyond that is overtrading na masyado eh. And that's bad for your account, that's bad for your mental health. So ako, stop na by that time and then do it the next day. I'm not sure how it is for some, but when you're a newbie, when you first start, even sometimes when you're experienced already, you tend to overtrade pa din. And it never, gets out of your system for some reason. Pero it's always good to have those plans and keep that in mind always. Emotions override logic. That's very true. So in trading or when building a network, emotion, wala eh. Trading is really 90% psychological, right? And we all know that. So pag emotional tayo for that day, we need to take a step back and breathe muna before we truly begin our journey again. Do you agree? Yes. Ayan. Kayo ba? Why do you think your strategies fail? Anyone? Or ano yun, ay overtrading ba or because, um, may parang gusto niyong i-test yung new strategy tapos hindi pala, ayan. So madami tayong ano reasons 'di ba, as to why our strategies fail. Pero here, those are the core reasons. Yeah, correct si John, mentality. Mentality is really ano, strategy hopping, yes. So, true, lack of discipline. True. So, yeah, hopefully we get more clarity in that along the way, right? So, what do profitable traders avoid? Behaviors that kill accounts and IB potential. So, like I said, overtrading during volatile markets. So, how do we know when the market is becoming volatile? It's easy. We always look at the news. So, uh, we often forget this fact and we sometimes just look at the charts. And the charts doesn't give you 100% of the the whole answer, right? Sometimes we need to look at the economy itself, especially right now, very volatile si gold. Ayan, so, ayan na nga. So, masasagot na pala yung kay Ella. So, we really have a very volatile market now because of what's happening to the world, the news that's coming up kasi very ano aggressive si Trump, to be honest. So I think we've been experiencing yung high spreads the past couple of weeks, months even. But luckily for IUX, they have the lowest spreads. Kaya I really like it kasi nama-manage nila yung spreads nila. So, for anyone na serious traders talaga, it's a good platform to use kasi mas controlled yung spreads. So, 'di ba? Revenge trading after losses. Yun nga guys, yun yung nasabi ko previously, 'di ba? When we keep on trading or overtrading, we will experience losses talaga. Yan, Nadim, you are right. Thank you, Nadim. Ayan. Increasing lot sizes. Ayan, dito muna tayo. Increasing lot sizes. So, when I started trading, honestly, I didn't know there was a math behind all of this. So, the lot sizes should always match your capital. So, when you have $100 account, you can put parang 2 lots, 5 lots, 10 lots unless you wanna burn your account, 'di ba? Gaano ka kadalas nangangalakal? Lalim naman nung nakangalakal. Pero yeah, depends really, depende din sa market. Hindi naman siya sa frequency, eh. Um, Depende talaga sa market condition if may quality setup, 'di ba? It's not always na you trade every day. If you don't see a quality setup, then don't trade, 'di ba? Simple lang naman 'yon. Ayan. Expectations emotionally, again, trading is a mentality game. 100% 'yan. 10% will be your strategy, 90% is your mentality as well. So, keep your mental health in check always before you trade. Don't revenge trade, 'di ba? Right, Ricardo. Okay, that's 100% true. So, unrealistic monthly income goals. I see a lot of people doing this. Um, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of accounts get burned. For example, I put in 1,000 USD to my account and I want to earn let's say 5,000 USD monthly. I mean, you can try and parang mag-trade ka 20%, 10% a day, pero it doesn't guarantee you that you're gonna get um, to that goal. So what I usually tell people is that Dapat you trade based on your quality setup, not because you wanna reach a certain income goal. For me, trading is a sideline more than, work itself. So, unless you're like 100% all in it, then sure, why not? Pero even so, you shouldn't treat trading as your main source of income. It should be a side income for you always. Kasi you never know what will happen to the conditions of the market. But the market will always be there. But having a secondary and parang a main source of income is still what's important than having this as your main stream of income, right? So let's be practical in a sense. So, ayun, both trading and affiliate commission. So, the good thing about IUX is that you can be both a trader and also an IB affiliate. So, earn from your trading, you can also earn from your affiliate invites. So, if they trade under you, then perfect kasi you earn a commission per trade nila, 'di ba? Perfect 'yan. So, patience is a competitive advantage. So, why? Can anyone tell me? Patience is a virtue as well. It's a golden virtue in life, guys. And we should keep that in mind, especially in trading. Kasi trading is not gambling, guys. Trading is a careful analysis of the market. And we shouldn't rush into things, right? We wait for a quality setup palagi. So, patience is your best friend here. Fewer trades, again, higher quality setup. Overthinker here po. Ayan. Sometimes pag overthinker tayo, may analysis paralysis naman tayo sa market. So, okay na din maging overthinker minsan kesa yung trade ka ng trade na aggressively tapos mali pala yung setup mo, 'di ba? So, it's good to be a bit analytic. I wouldn't say overthinker, but I guess a bit analytic when you start trading, 'di ba? Clear conditions before execution or promotion. So, when you set rules, when you start trading, it needs to be step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Ganun siya. So, how dapat may ano ka, fina-follow na steps eh. When you start trading. So, let's say you trade on a specific time frame, let's say in the afternoon, Euro session open or New York session open. So, you check the market probably an hour before, 15 minutes before, down to 5 minutes before. So you have those steps and then you try to look for your OB, 'di ba? You try to I don't know ano yung mga strats ng people here pero yun nga when you look at the market, hindi siya ano it won't show to you clearly. It will show to you slowly, 'di ba? So in this case, letting probabilities in relationship work over time. So the probabilities of you making a mistake when you're patient is a little bit less, of course, right? When you set your own rules. Ayan. Structure over strategy. So, what I've mentioned earlier, kailangan natin ng structure, guys, when we start trading. It doesn't mean kapag marunong ka na or may strategy ka na, yun na yun. Kasi strategy needs to be built on structure and discipline talaga. So, let's say, pretend na parang it's your whole day. I don't know for some people how they create their days, diba? Or let's say, trading is your sideline. So, you have work ng 7 or 10 a.m., ganyan. So, let's say you work at 10, so, or you end at 9 p.m. No, that's too late pala. 6 p.m. Let's say you end at 6 p.m. and you're trying to catch a 9 p.m. New York session open. So after work, you will, you already have it in your mind na by 7 p.m. I will start scanning the markets, 'di ba? Checking ano ba yung nangyari for today, checking if there's any news. It will be beneficial if you always check the news kasi sometimes when we have news, we'll see volatile market conditions and sometimes it's not good to enter the market there kasi risky yun eh. So, ayan, define trading and promotion rules like what I've mentioned. Fix a risk and responsibility parameter. So, yun nga, when you already start looking at your trading view, diba, when you start plotting your OBs and stuff like that, checking where the trend is coming, it gives you a better overview of the market. So, you need to structure your strategy. So, yun, in the sense of IB kasi yun rin, client engagement is also important when you do your IB or when you scan for people to invite to IUX as well. Kailangan ng your execution kasi para kang business development nun eh. You develop your own business. So you treat your trading and you treat your IB business like a business mismo. So you treat it that way para you know it's serious, you know it's legit. So consistency over complexity. Ayan. Building repeatable process, trading and IB growth as a business. So we went through that earlier. So again, same setup criteria every time. The process into this will always be creating a plan ahead. It's not the plan now, but a plan before. Trading happens real time, yes, but plotting your executions would always be before. And then to see where the market is going, you need to follow the trend of it, diba? When you start creating your plottings and stuff like that. So, ayan. Anong strategy yung ginagamit mo? Actually, iba-iba yung strat na ano ko, mixed siya. Pero, pinaka-basic na ginagawa ko talaga is plotting my highs and lows tapos finding yung OB ko dun. I also tried using SMC. It's really up to you. Ikaw ba, ano bang trading strategy niyo guys? Or what strategy are you guys trying to learn? Anyone? Anong strategy yung ginagamit niyo right now? Can be SMC, price action, very very basic, very easy to use. Market structure, ayan. So 'di ba, price action, market structure, lahat 'yan may structure, may rules na sinusunod. So the rule of the game is just repeat the same process. Yan, sessions. So okay din yung sessions actually. So iba-iba talaga yung possible na ano, na strategy. Pero it's really how you go through each one of it, right? Create a system and then make it scale. And then review and improve. Gambling si Ricardo. Naku po. Kamusta po ang account natin? Okay pa naman? Okay? Sige. Go, Ricardo. Sige, gambling game tayo. Okay. Ito yung one thing that I would always tell people is always learn how to manage your risk. So the real edge is protecting your capital. Unless you have a lot of money to burn, why not, diba? Pero of course, we wanna keep as much capital to ourselves. So hence, that's why capital preservation first. And etong reputation and trust protection, this goes for both the traders and IB. Kasi, syempre, as an IB, you kind of have to um, set your mind that you're giving that specific service to your client as an IB, diba? Kasi parang business dev ka eh. Parang you're developing the IB business with them. Never risk long-term survival for short-term gains. So I think this is very deep in a way because Um, go for the long term, long game always. The short term is gambling. Basically, in both life and in trading, 'di ba? We always have to think of the long-term goal. What's my long-term goal? Your short-term for people who's starting or short-term goal, I want to earn this much, blah blah blah. But in essence, when you go back at it, how would you really earn that much if you yourself hindi ka sustainable as a trader or sustainable as a person? Basta like when you start small, start slow, steady palagi. Always aim for 1% every day lang. 1% for yourself or even for your account, that's fine. Still grows than nothing, diba? Kesa naman, oh, parang kaya ko to, 50% or 100%. No, doesn't work that way, diba? Let's be conservative. Kasi sustainability is still better than speed. Correct? True? Yes. Yes. Ayan. Position sizing and discipline, again, what I was mentioning earlier, we have lots per trade and we need to be conservative about this and realistic. So, our capital or lots that we open should be adjacent to our own capital as well. So, no emotional lot or leverage adjustments. Yes, don't trade aggressively, guys. Responsible trading behavior when influencing others. Yeah, madaming ganito sa simula. Kasi I'm sure madami sa inyo rin. Yun nga nakita ko when they started trading because Telegram, YouTube, etc., from a friend who knows what. But basically, when we first start, sometimes we get confused on who to listen and what to listen. Eventually, you'll come into this position wherein, okay, parang ito yung strategy na gusto kong gamitin. And I'll stick to this. Stick to it lang. Don't get overwhelmed by so many strategies. Kasi there's a lot of strategies that you can learn, to be honest. And all of them are honestly effective. Ang all I can say is that all of these strategies are effective only with discipline. Gets ba? So, at the end of the day, your strategy can work, but you can also lose because emotionally, you're not disciplined. Correct? Yes. Paano po yung off ang emotions? Madali lang yan, stick lang sa plan. So, if you have yun nga, kapag may strategy ka, you have rules, 'di ba, for your strategy. For sessions, I'm not sure anong sessions yung tina-try mong i-open na market, pero technically, I think sa candlesticks pa 'to. When it passes, the candle, you put a buy there, 'di ba? Tas it goes up. Pagka go up niya tas bumaba na talo, review, ay bakit natalo, 'di ba? And then, if you lose 3 times that day already or even less depending on what your rules are for yourself, then stop trading for that day. Tapos just trade ano, one just trade one, for that specific lot size ba kumbaga. Like, don't overtrade. 1:1 ratio is fine. 1:3, 1:5, pero always just one. Never like the opposite. Kasi baka you set your SL a bit higher, 'di ba? Then GG na tayo. Now we're back. Uh, for next session, we're gonna talk more about trades, surviving losing trades, emotion and discipline, control and such. Um, so let me ask you guys, anong ginagawa nyo pag natalo na kayo for that day? Or what do you normally do after 3 losses, 5 losses in a row? Anyone? Or may nakakasampu ba ditong losses? Ayan. Revenge trade. 'Di ba? Parang stop trade for a week. Wow. What else? So, trade more. Okay. Perfect yan, trade lang ng trade. Okay, guys. So those are the habits that we need to stop, diba? To trade, to double the size. So beginners usually double the size or trade more. Or even so, when they feel like they're losing, I know some of you might be in some groups, Telegram groups, and they might be getting signals. And those signals, although they come from actual strategies, they don't give you 100% win, diba? So we sometimes force it to happen. So what do we have to do? We need to actually stop trading. That's right. If you can, and you must start having a journal, trading journal. So I know there are some application that does that. When I first started, I only actually use Google Sheets, Google Excel or whatnot. So it's easy. Just put in your trades every day and see so that you can backtest. It's your way of backtesting your strategy. But before that, syempre, you pause first. Pause first. Take a breather. Don't trade muna. If you lose for that specific day, stop. Continue again tomorrow. Kasi if we don't, we tend to overtrade, then what happens? We lose our account. We lose our capital. So we have to always think of long-term executions instead of short-term ones, diba? Focus on execution quality, not short-term income. So that keep that in mind. Stick to the rules and ethics for your sanity na din. Kasi you're losing streaks when you start trading, and some of us can even now, 'di ba? It reveals our mental maturity not only in trading pero also our emotional stability when we trade. Our emotions when we trade is what sets us differently. Ayan, yun yung next slide pala, 'di ba? Emotional discipline and control is the real battle. So you have the rules of, okay, when I have 3 failed trades, stop na ako. Pero I remember Ella was asking earlier, 'di ba? How do you stop emotions? You actually don't stop emotions, but you set rules for those specific times, 'di ba? Kasi naturally we're people, emotional talaga tayo, 'di ba? Pero let's take a step back and ask ourselves, ano stronger ba sa atin? Yung fear or yung greed? So let's reflect on that a little bit, 'di ba? Fear of losing money, fear of FOMO, fear of anything, or greed. Do you want more money? Do you want more this? I want to buy that, etc. So there's a lot of things happening in our minds that we aren't able to control. That's why we sometimes overtrade. And when we start trading, we need to keep our emotions and mind at a very neutral ground. And siguro a little bit less about the forex part, but this emotional part is really what's on your mind. And what I would say, if you can meditate, then that's what I do every morning. I would meditate. Wellness program pala, 'di ba? Meditate para mas clear yung mind natin. Kasi if madami tayong iniisip, shit, kasi yung iba sa'tin baka yung trading ginagawa natin bilang, source of income. So, let's say, kailangan na magbayad ng bills, ng ganito, ganyan. Um, what happens is parang magru-rush tayo, parang kailangan ko maghabol ng $500, $100, etcetera kasi kailangan ko bilhin 'to, kailangan ko magbayad nito. So, sometimes yung mga things na yun, it's clutter in the mind, eh. Clutter that we don't need when we start trading. And because of that, our greed comes up, 'di ba? Fear triggers our greed in life. Fear of not getting something. Fear of like this and like that, 'di ba? That's why we become greedy. And it goes the same for the market, 'di ba? So, what's the valuable insight here? So, fear causes our hesitation. Napakahirap panindigan. That's true naman, 'di ba? Pero yun, we need to keep it in mind that greed causes overexposure in life. And both of it, fear and greed, are two things that don't work together well. So both of them destroy structure. So 'di ba earlier we were mentioning that we need to put structure when we trade. So how professional traders do it, or how we should do it, as traders, is to slow down when emotions rise up. So don't trade when you're angry, don't trade pag sad tayo, don't trade when we're happy masyado, even that, 'di ba? Dapat neutral lang at the base, 'di ba? So that we're not counterintuitive with our own emotions, 'di ba? And we feel more powerful when we start trading. True, and understand. Yes, 'di ba? Yeah, sabi ni Zafri, just one strategy, one trade, single day, with volume, and done, your life is set. Wow. I wish, 'di ba, if naka RR, if you get an RR that's 1:50 or 1:100, then okay ka na for a month, I would say, 'di ba? So, yun nga, again, this is from quality setups, 'di ba? If you have a good risk to reward ratio when you start trading, then you don't need to overtrade anything, right? You don't need to trade multiple times in a day. Sometimes one trade, you already sold for that day. One good trade, that then you're fine. 'Di ba? True or not? Yes? I don't know how many times you trade, guys, pero just have set a rule. Maybe I'll trade one, two, 3 trades per day, you're fine. 1% a day, that's fine. You don't need to make a habol na 100% na 'di ba? Consistency is key at the end of the day. Ayan. Thinking clearly under pressure. So, ayun, yun, trust the process palagi. And trust the process and detach from individual outcomes. So, always stay calm. And this goes for all of the traders. For IBs naman, as IBs, there are IBs that are non-traders as well. And sometimes when they don't understand the market conditions and the markets are volatile, kasi yung iba gumagamit ng trading bots, 'di ba? And hindi naman 100% din yun. Just, it gives you certain wins, pero bots expire after a few months if you don't, recalibrate them. And sometimes, IBs panic. They don't know what to tell their clients. Natalo yung ganito, ganyan, ganyan. I think an important thing to do for your clients and also for yourself is to mindset before anything else. Don't bloat the explanation that you're gonna get $10,000 or $100,000, 'di ba, agad to them. Just be realistic that if you risk this much, or if you risk this, then you can lose this much, right? Mindsetting is very important for long-term growth and partnerships. This goes both hand in hand for, for us traders and for IBs as well. Ayan, John said trades a week. That's very good kasi you're not rushing into things. You just find good quality setups. Ano po yung RR niyo? Anong risk to reward ratio ni John? Ayan. Wala na si John. But yeah, you don't need much trade in a month, in a week. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, whenever you find a quality setup, then focus on that. Kasi quality over quantity tayo, guys. In life and in trading yan. Ayan, next. So, with that said, environment and tools matter. So, why is platform quality very critical? Let me ask you this. If you had 20,000 USD. So that's roughly around 1 million pesos. And when you put that money into a bank, you choose the best bank, right? Or you choose the best place to put your money. So, would you trust a broker or a platform that feels unstable? Yes or no? No, 'di ba? We don't trust the broker that's feels unstable. Kasi syempre, you're putting your money. Parang bangko lang ang platform, guys, 'di ba? You put your money there, making sure that it feels safe and secure. Because it's money that you have, you na inipon mo, na you work hard for it, and syempre, you wanna be with with the most stable broker that there is. So, execution and speed affects outcomes. That's very true. You need when you choose brokers, you need to look at the licenses. I just want to say that. So always look at the licenses. If there are a licensed broker or trader, and look at the execution and the speeds whenever you open and close trades. Because sometimes when the market is too volatile, may slippage tayong na nangyayari. So, be aware about that. Especially pag scalper kang trader. May scalpers ba tayo dito? Yes, no? Ayan. Walang sumagot. Okay. So, assuming may scalpers nga ganyan. So, kailangan ng fast execution, 'di ba? Stability builds traders' confidence. Of course, ang important talaga, number one for me, is that when you deposit money, dapat maka-withdraw ka, 'di ba? So, always make sure na maka-withdraw and deposit. So, test those stuff when you start looking for a broker. And of course, the platform also ties up with your professionalism as both a trader and as an IB when you introduce. So, as you can see, the may video that we showed you before uh the start of this seminar. Nakita niyo maganda yung videos, ganyan, 'di ba? Thanks to IUX, actually ginawa na ng team nila yun. That's the best video I've seen, marketing video that I've seen. So good job to IUX for that. And they actually got some influencers and key leaders for each country and gather them up. So, that builds your reputation as an IB and also as a user in the platform IUX, diba? So that's very important kasi that's plus points for you and plus points for your future clients. So yeah, one thing I really like about the platform is that they have a mobile app which is very very user friendly, and you can easily use it, 'di ba? Anytime, anywhere, and it gives you um ayan, real-time updates. Pakita ko lang, 'di ba? Yan. So you can download it iOS or even in your Google Play Store. So Android and Apple. Yan, Ricardo said, "Yes, I've been using it." So you like it so far naman? Yes. So I think we have an active user here. That's perfect. Okay. Okay. So now creating a trader and IB friendly environment. And yes, spreads are very low. Yeah, that's what I really liked about it rin, no? Kasi mababa yung spreads even though very, very volatile the market now. So it's good na nakikeep siya at that level. So creating a trader and IB friendly environment. So ano ba yung needed dito, or what supports discipline? So, of course, like I said, apart from having a reputable trader or a reputable platform to work with, it's also important that your broker or the broker itself is able to execute the trades well. who here has experience when they traded tapos may slippage? Raise your hands. Ayan. So, ayan, si Chester, 'di ba? Um, na-experience niya yun ano, slippage, which is like, somewhat it happens a lot in clear pricing and spread. So, transparency is very important when you start trading kasi before we enter a trade, 'di ba, we need to know our spreads first para alam natin kung saan natin ilalagay yung SL, yung stop loss natin, para ma-measure natin. Wow, si Brahman, 1:3,000 yung risk to reward ratio. I wanna be your friend, Brahman. What your ano, leverage. Okay, max leverage. Akala ko risk to the reward ratio, hindi ko nabasa. Sorry guys. Pero max leverage is 1:3,000, yes. So you can increase your capital even though it's smaller, 'di ba? So it gives you that flexibility as well. So transparent system clients can trust. Again, the platform's very user friendly. Simple, distraction free of platforms. Very good UI user interface overall. So it's just very easy and usable. You guys should try it. I'm not sure who here already has an account. Yes. Do we have an account already? Say yes. Or if not yet, wala pa? Anyone? Yes. Ayan, perfect. If you have an account, that's amazing then. Kasi that means you've been... Oh, Ella, not yet. So maybe after this, Ella, John, no. Ayan. Guys, you are attended. Yes, Nadim. Yes, we were there. Correct, we were there. There. Okay. Practical habits profitable professionals follow. Daily and weekly habits. So, what we were, mentioning earlier is about this, yung daily and weekly habits natin when we do our trading, 'di ba? So, I'll give you four habits and rate yourself like 1 to 10 for each habit, okay? Then, let's see. Okay, number one na habit is pre-market preparation. So rate yourself on a piece of paper or even on your phones. What is your rating from 1 to 5? 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. Yan. Next is journaling trades. Who does it here? Rate yourself 1 is to 5. 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Ayan. Ay, sorry. Nasa pre-market preparation. Ayan. Yan. Okay. That's good. Okay, number 3 naman for weekly review. Rate yourself 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Do you review your trades on a weekly basis? 5, 4, 3, okay, 3, 5. Perfect yan. Okay. Okay, the last one is rule compliance tracking. When he set rules for trading, do we comply with our own rules? Rate yourself from 1 to 5. 5 the highest, 1 the lowest. Go. For rule compliance tracking, let's say you have a strategy and then do you follow your strategy or you don't follow your strategy? Ayan. 3, 3, 3. So that's in the middle, I would say, diba? Ayan. 2. Ayan. Any more? to ayan. Alright, so I've seen a lot of 3, 4, and 5, not really ones, but there are some twos. So those are some 4 practical habits that you can do actually for yourself, Rin, when you trade. You know, it helps you kasi number 1, when we pre-market preparation, we don't just jump in the gun and try to trade that uh specific entry, 'di ba? At least we were able to check. Number 2, when we journal trades, although this is a bit hassle for some kasi especially if you're scalping, it's kind of hard to do that. But there are platforms that can help you with that when you journal trades. When you journal your trades, you're able to look back at it on a weekly basis. Number 3, weekly review. So when you check kahit you don't write it down, 'di ba? If you see your trades and then you can backtest it eh. You can check out your trading view, see where you plotted your stuff, and then you can look back, oh, ato pala, parang I made a mistake here. Kaya you can, you know, change your error. Or if it's a market condition that we miss, for example, there's an economic news, let's say, Trump announced World War III somehow, ganyan, wala na, out of scope na yun. So, at least hindi ka frustrated na parang, okay, the reason why this happened because um because there's an economical news. So, instead of it being emotional, mas naging analytical ka, 'di ba? Kasi you can go back at it and check, okay, eto pala yung reason kung bakit nagkamali ako. So, it's time for you to fix that part of your strategy, 'di ba? Number 4, of course, as well, when you create your rules or when you have your strategy, you need to comply with your own set of rules. So, for example, I do my pre-market preparation 2 hours before or for that specific day. I look at this time frame from top to bottom, the time frame. I mark my OBs where I want to enter and wait for my signal for it to go up or to go down, and that's where I enter the market. Now, I set my TP and SL when it's before it even begins para if it goes in the right way, meron akong SL, and if it goes correctly in the right direction, and then take profit na ako, 'di ba? And then pag tapos nun, if all goes well or if it doesn't, let's say it wins, then I stop trading. If it loses, then I stop trading, 'di ba? It's as simple as that. Improvement is very measurable and you see your results closely when you try to measure it, okay? So, let's be analytical with our practices. Next, ayan. The reason why we need to do tracking is that so that we have accountability and self-review, 'di ba? Um, so when was the last time you reviewed losing trades without blaming the market? Blaming the market kasi market is ever shifting pero I'm talking about like emotions. So since it's Friday already, I guess most of you will start, reviewing the trades for this weekend, 'di ba? Is it a yes? No, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Still holding a position. Okay, we do have trades that na naka-long na naka-hold, 'di ba? So, for those type of things, what we can do lang is wait for the market and then the market is just there always. So, execution is not though. So, once we execute, na yun na, the market moves on its own na. Correct or wrong? So we can control once we open the trade already. So ourselves or our discipline only is up until when we open that trade, and how we close it. For that, it's either from SL or from the TP, diba? If we're already getting at the I know may mga traders pala na ano, 'pag naka-TP na, okey na, ta's i-move up nila yung TP na sana dapat take profit na sana, pero biglang bumaba yung market kasi naging greedy. I'm sure na-experience niyo na yun, 'di ba? Yung hinold niyo yung position ng sobrang tagal kasi sabi nila ayun, 'di ba 'pag akyat ng market sabi, "Ay hindi aakyat pa 'to." Hindi kinlose kasi kaya pa itaas. Close yun na guys. Profit is still profit at the end of the day, 'di ba? Ayun. Ayan, pre-market preparation indicators, correct. Ayan, that's true. Number 1 is pre-market preparation, number 2 is journaling trades. I'll type it down. Pre-market preparation. 2 is journaling trades. 3 is weekly review. 4 is rule or strategy compliance tracking. Ayan, here's I typed it down. So yon guys, I think oh cool, it showed up below pala. Ayan, is our key takeaways? So, any key takeaway, guys, before we almost end this session? We're not yet done, guys. May ano pa tayo, may quiz pa tayo at the end of the presentation. In case you wanna get some goodies from IUX. So, yan. I wanna, quick lang, rundown, like hotcakes. What are your key takeaways during the sessions? Go, guys. Malay natin, baka si IUX magbigay ng something. Char! Ayan. Anyone? Ayan. So, okay, reviewing mistakes honestly. Number 1. Thank you, Hussein, for that. Patience. That's true too. No overtrading. Perfect. What else, guys? Okay, mentality matters. Okay. Yeah, ayun, just to run down everything, Number 1, protect capital and credibility first. So don't overtrade, follow structure over emotion. Always stick with one strategy. Yes, stick to one. Parang tayo lang, di ba? Stick to one person for life. Huwag tayo pa iba-iba na strategy. Kasi doon tayo nagkakamali, guys. Alam natin yan. Trade less but better. Stick to one broker. Stick to one lang. Yes. Build long-term value, not daily excitement. This got deep. Correct. Correct kasi. Ayan, guys. Final thought. Okay. No shortcuts, guys. There no guarantees and there's no perfect system. There is only discipline, structure, patience, responsibility. So, ito yung ending, the market does not reward excitement, guys. It rewards stability. So, don't get excited. Trade on a neutral ground. Always trade with a clear mind, body, and soul. Calm down if you must. Just think about it very, very critically, diba? And stability is a decision, guys, in life. Deciding to be stable during the market means a lot, diba? So, ayan. Now, thank you so much, guys, for being with me tonight, being with IUX.